back to Froze Bros Garage. On this episode, we're going to give an update on our 1965 11 window bus project. Metalwork is almost done, virtually done anyway, and we're going to also talk about next steps on that thing. But before we do that, we got to make a little bit of room in here and get it on the lift. Now that we've got it on the lift, I'm going to kind of start with the underside of the bus and show the various bits and pieces that were replaced. But before we do that, right here is a perfect example. You can see three different types of colors: green, black, silver. And that's three different brands of panels. The green is the Funky Green panels out of Columbia, Classic Fab. They've been in business a long time, make a great quality product. This black is Autocraft. Sometimes it comes black, sometimes it comes with a silver primer out of the UK originally. Again, make a good quality product. And this last one is silver, they call it silver weld through. I think it's out of Taiwan, if I understand correctly. And they have come on the market, my understanding, last few years. And again, good quality product. They all make, you know, good stuff for the splitties and the bay window buses. Sometimes you pick and choose your brands by who has what available. So, but a good, again, three different brands. We've used them all, and these three would definitely be our favorites or our go-to. So we're gonna start underneath. Inner nose, outer nose, new floor. You can see the dog leg. And here you can see the back side of the bulkhead panel that we're going to get to later on. Outriggers, jack points. The main floor here is original. We did a little bit of work on the heater pipe, and we ran new lines for e-brake and clutch and all that good stuff. And moving into the cargo floor area, frame rails are original. Top hat sections, that's what I'm calling it. New cargo floor, new shift rod, new. Again, all the supports, outriggers, and this one cross member is new. Actually, both look new. That was a Classic Fab. Yeah, so these two are also replaced. And basically left and right sides. Inner rockers, this is the passenger side. Driver's side was also replaced, again in the silver panels. And we'll show the outer rockers when we get the bus down on the ground. And then on the rear fender lips, we had the front closure panel, at least that's what I call it. Rear closure panel, and then battery trays. And the other side was approximately the same. And then the rest you can see is still got the grime from 60 years of being a workhorse. And eventually now, when we do finish with all the metal work, we'll get this blasted underneath and make the underside as shiny, almost as shiny as the top side will be eventually. But for now, we're just finishing up the metal work. So engine bay, we replaced both side trays. There was some collision damage here, also on the other side. Yeah, the driver's side was about the same. So on the front of the bus, we did a complete nose from here to there. Again, Classic Fab. And we also did the lower windows. They all rust out in this area, and Lucas spent a lot of time getting this joint nice. It was a lot of hammer work and just a lot of messing around to get that seam tight. From factory, our understanding is this is not a welded seam. It's seam sealed on the inside, so you need to have it tight, otherwise you will have leaks. So this is looking really good. New headlight buckets. And we did lower hinges and the floor like we saw before, inner reinforcement. And this will be a 9-seater, will be bench here, middle bench, a 3-person and a back bench. This here is the color. That's the original color, green. At one point I knew the name of it, but we are leaning towards going back to that. Maybe a single color, no two-tone roof. I'm not sure on that yet. Moving along on the doors. Yeah, again, the bottom 6 inches were replaced. Yeah, he even did a little bit of work on the joints to get the seams to line up a little bit better. Everything over time is just gets worn out. Same on the other door. And then we did outer rockers, and you can see here's again, the green is the classic fab, and everything still needs to be into body work, and the original metal needs to be cleaned up, but the rust is gone. And then here's the top side of the floor, and you can see a couple of inner supports on the passenger or driver's side inner rocker. And again, the bulkhead. The bulkhead was a major piece here. It's such a nice design. I think might leave it painted, although you can get it wrapped as well. We're not quite sure what we're doing for interior as in color, how stock we're gonna go or whatever, but yeah, as you can see, even the door gaps here, again, that still needs a little bit of tweaking, but that's probably better than they ever came in 65, I can tell you that. And here is again the outer rocker. Fenders are original. This corner was done, and you can see it was replaced from here down to there, but it's going to be looking really good. This hatch was original to the boss. We did a lot of work to get that panel in there, and in hindsight, if we could have, maybe we should have just replaced the whole hatch, but at some point, we just made the decision to go for it, and we were committed at that point, so it's looking really good now. Again, the rear deck lid was a replacement, and we saw some of this from earlier already. And then moving along to the driver's side, again, the lower corner removed or repaired in there. It was just like they all had, wasn't as round as it once was. Fenders original. We did do the tall rocker, the whole side from wheel arch to wheel arch has been replaced. And coming along to the other side here, again, dog leg, which we saw before on the other side, lower door pillar, headlight bucket, and about the same. So each side got it roughly the same amount of work. There's 2 things I'd like to show. One, this bus had 2 extra windows cut into it at one point. One was right here, and I'm not sure what the window was for, but somebody had made this beautiful patch, and you can see on my finger there is literally, I don't know, 1/2 inch of Bondo on there. This thing probably weighs 15 pounds, and I'd say 13 of it is Bondo. So we took that. The other side wasn't quite as bad, although I'm not a welder, but even I could have maybe done a bit better than that. So again, Lucas, master welder, master fabricator, spent the time, made a panel, put that in there, and it needs to be body worked yet, but it has the right radius, and there is nothing wrong with that. From the inside, it looks like a factory. Looks like nothing ever happened, other than the metal's shinier than the rest, and you can see the other side here. So really happy with how that turned out. A lot of work, but it'll be well worth it down the way. So what's next, you ask? Well, we still got a little bit of work on the doors. And on the doors are from a different year, but you can see the hinges on them are really badly worn. I mean, this one's right out. So we need to work on that. We've got a real nice set of commercial mirror arms from Air-Cooled Accessories, available at your local AVR Import Specialties, of course. I'm gonna throw in a plug there. This is gonna go on there. It'll have a nice mirror up there, and that's gonna be sexy as all get out if you're into mirrors. So that's down the work too. But once the doors are done, then it will be onto, like I said, some blasting work yet just to get the underside into shape, and then self-etch primer, and after that it'll go in for body work. So timeline, don't know, depends how much time we have, but that's going to be next. I would think in the next few weeks this thing should hopefully be into self-etch primer. At that point, it's protected. It can sit. It can, it's not going to oxidize on you right now with all this bare metal. In our climate, this could flash over in a fairly quick while. So that's next for us. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And yeah, if you like us, subscribe, and we'll go from there. Thank you.